Hey, what's up, everyone? It's me, Matt from Diazable, and we're doing another album review. How you doing? How you been? Thanks for coming on by. I really appreciate it. And this is a big one because everyone knows this band, and that band is Green Day. Yeah, they just dropped a new album here in 2024 called Saviors. I think I've been told it's their 14th album. And I think there's been some buzz about it because their previous full-length album, The Father of All, like I think it's called The Father of All Motherfuckers, it just got destroyed online and everything. And people have been saying they've been in a rut for a while because they haven't put out anything really good since like American Idiot, or anything they have put out has been just very, I guess, grand and melodramatic and just these big interlocking pieces of work. And so I think people were getting burnt out on that and just kind of not feeling their energy for a while. So this is a new like saga in their 30-year career and everything. And so a little background, if you don't know, Green Day is a punk band out from Berkeley, California, and they've been around for like 30 plus years. They had a huge like blow up during the early mid 90s and late 90s. Kind of fell off a little bit, came back again in mid 2000s and had a string of hits and everything. Fell off again. So this is them coming back again and everything. They've been going strong for a long time. Like I feel like I don't have to say too much about it because everyone knows Green Day. So I don't have to say that much, I guess. Yeah. So let's check out this new album from them and see what I feel and maybe what I like and don't like about it, and see the things that you guys like, and me see if there's anything we can agree on, disagree on, discuss about. Yeah. The opening track here on this album has some really nice stringy guitars that I like, with some nice high flying vocals. Billy Joe's vocals sound really good here. The drums are not as tight; they're kind of loose but very playful. The lyrics are on one hand, at times they can be a little bit cringe, a little bit. It's gonna get dated, especially with everyone's talked about it, and I'm sure it will be dated when he said the TikTok line and everything. So, and some other like political stuff, it's just like, eh. The chorus though does sound really good, and it's got a really catchy sound to it, especially with the little taps from the cymbals and everything. Overall, I think it's a very good opening song. It's a good single they put out and everything. It made everyone like feel like, oh, Green Day's coming back with some more classic sound and more like, I guess, passion, it feels like.
Moving when you're gone, I'll tell them my religion's you. When punctures
I want to say here there's some good, nice down picking guitar playing. That sounds really nice. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm still learning a lot of terminology, but that's what it sounded like to me. Uh, Sounds like good old-fashioned punk and everything. So it was a nice change up from the first song. Drums are tighter here, and they move things along nicely. Gives it a nice pacing for the song. Bass is mixed in really, really good, and gives it some beefiness to the song. The vocals and backing vocals on this particular track really complement each other very well, and I like how it creates a nice, catchy and fast vibe to this overall song. The thing I noticed here first with the lyrics, they're very, very cute, even though they kind of could feel kind of quote unquote juvenile. But something about it there, it's got a nice charm quality to it that I really like. And then they got some nice little woo oos, like woo oos from like the backing vocals that really just make the song feel really cute. Uh, Overall, just a simple, cute love song. He's screaming during the chorus a little bit, which usually I think wouldn't sound good, but it kind of sounds good here. The bass sounds really good under the guitars and everything, nice and full and everything. So that was really nice. Uh, Overall, it kind of feels like a weird Green Day song, but as you think more about it, it kind of fits with them a little bit. And I feel like I want to hate this song more than I want to, but I like it more than I like. I like it more than I thought. So it's a pretty good song. Got some really good strong bass on this song. Less punk, but just more like a rock song, it feels like. Catchy and big chorus here. And overall, it feels like a very safe song with some fun like bits to it and everything. But overall, it feels a little bit not that memorable, especially during the chorus. But I don't know. This is all just on a first listen, so it was just kind of like okay. I'm really loving the sound of the guitars on this particular track. It has more of like a heavy punk sound, and also they're mixing like a style of like soft playing and then heavy playing, soft playing, heavy playing, and it just like sounds really good together. The bass is really smoothing things out, especially on the soft parts, so it's really noticeable and nice. The drums are really tight here throughout this whole song and everything. They're being played really well. And for some reason, the lyrics really like get to me. I feel like they really touch me in a weird way, especially saying like, I don't want to be a dead man walking. Something about that, I guess, in my part of my life right now and just everything, it just resonates really well with me. And so I really like this song. And I also noticed it kind of feels like a Sum 41 song a bit. Maybe I'm crazy, let me know. But here's a little clip of Dilemma.
I just wanna drink the poison. I was sober, now I'm drunk again. I'm in trouble and in love again. I don't wanna be a dead man walking. I don't wanna be a dead man walking.
Just something about the way he's saying, I don't want to be a dead man walking. Just simple punk rock vibes here. They lean really hard into the nostalgia, but also it feels like an early Green Day song and energy and vibe, especially how he's singing here. The riffs are really tight and solid for the most part, and the chorus is pretty catchy. So it's a pretty good song, I think. I feel you get some like slow and melodramatic like Green Day vibes here, almost like American Idiot in a way. Fun rock anthem overall. The production is really good here. But overall, it's not the most interesting stuff they've made. It's solid, it's okay, but that's about it. It just sounds really good on the production side. They're going with a different song structure and vocal pattern with this track, so it helps the song stick out more, I think. The backing vocals really sound good here as well. The drumming has been really on point throughout this album, and it continues with this song and everything. Really tight drum fills. It would be just like a whatever song if they didn't like do all these switch ups in terms of the song structure using different vocal patterns. It really elevates the song to be like a decent and good song, I think. This song kind of reminds me of like AC/DC a bit, like that really like 70s style rock vibes. Especially they're introducing some like cowbells and everything to the percussions, which is a nice switch up and everything. The bass line here is really smooth throughout the song. Vocals are just like okay, but he sounds much better on the chorus compared to the verses. And as the song progresses along, it kind of just, it feels like background noise music. It's kind of whatever. It's like just okay. So I'm gonna play a little clip of Corvette Summer for you.
I can get around, drop a bomb on my rock and roll. Taking a beating, kicked in the head.
Yeah, I guess it just feels really tamed and just like Green Day in their older age, just still wanting to make music, but like not as like punky and not as like aggressive. It's where they're at, I feel. It feels like he's using a lot of simple power chords here on this particular track. Still, again, I'm not too sure if I'm using the right terminology. Correct me if I'm wrong. Overall, it feels like a really safe song here. A little bit lackluster. The only thing that was really interesting to me, I think, was like the vocal harmonization here of like layering the vocals together and everything, but just wasn't really feeling this particular song. Opening riff on this song sounds really good and really nice. His vocals on top of that riff sound nice and clean. It made me think of Basket Case like instantly, that riff. So like, let me know down in the comments if you felt the same way. Overall, the bass is in drumming on this particular song, and a lot of the songs I feel like are really simple and just, you know, easy to play and everything. Not saying that I could play it or anything, but it seems like they are going with more of a simple, streamlined, and easy playing here. So it makes a lot of the songs feel kind of similar, I feel like. But definitely towards the back end of this song, it has a little bit more of a bite to it, a little bit more interesting beginning, interesting ending than the beginning. So I want to play a clip of Strange Days Are Here to Stay.
When superheroes played pretend, they promised us forever, but we got less. It's the return of the blob, and Jesus gonna quit his job. He promised.
Like, there's not much to the song, but it still sounds good and not that bad. The guitars on this particular track seem a little bit more rough and got some grit to it. They got some like aggression to it that's really nice. Then they have some tambourines in the background and everything that really adds some nice flavor and variety to the song, I think. The guitar tuning on this track is really, really good. I like it a lot. Vocals got some real like fire to them and everything. Bass is like bumping really hard. Drums are like going off. I feel like they've got a real fire in their belly with this particular song, and it just like shot out really well. Content of this song, the lyrics and everything, I feel are very sweet and really nice, very wholesome, and just have a really good feel to them and everything. It's more of a tame song, but as the song progresses, it gets more and more epic and everything. So it sounds really, really good. And like I said, as it goes along, it just builds upon itself. And I think they do a good job of executing that well in this simple, like, big song that they're trying to make here. The drumming on this song is really, really good, really tight in the pocket, going all off and everything. So it sounds really, really good. And was it Mike, Billy, Tré, all of them, like towards the end of the song, they're just so in sync that it feels like this song was just made for them. Like they were like really happy to make this song because they just sound so tight and in the pocket throughout this song. So very impressive work here. Slower and a bit of a dramatic song here, I think. The lyrics seem a bit lame at first, but as you listen to it more and more, you kind of understand and feel the lyrics more and more. Like you can just really like appreciate them more, I think. But I will say, like it still feels like an okay song as the song progresses out, especially compared to the last song, Saviors. This song just kind of feels a little bit more of just like a whatever song. They could have ended the album with Saviors, and I think it would have been really good. But this isn't a terrible song. It's just like, okay. Yeah, so those are my thoughts on the new Green Day album, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to make reviews and talk about it. And overall, I think it's not like Green Day's worst stuff, but it's not their best. I think it's a really good combination of middle ground in terms of what they're doing here, because I think for the longest they're making these big epic albums with like American Idiot, 21st Century Breakdown, and I think all that big stuff that they were doing, which I think made sense in their career at that point because they had gotten so big and they had such big messages that people liked it a lot, and it just came at the right time, right place. And I think like everything, diminishing returns, they got tired of that. So pulling back and going back to more of the nostalgic punk sounding sound with songs that aren't always interconnected. They're just songs to have songs. And I think that was a welcome, refreshing feeling here, because I think overall the album's pretty good. There's, I think, probably more better songs than bland and forgettable songs, I think. On the creative side here, like a lot of the songs are pretty okay and pretty good. Not the most super creative and catchy like from the earlier stuff or like American Idiot era, but it's still pretty solid. The tracks I think they could make and everything, especially with the drumming. The drumming has been consistently tight and just in the pocket throughout this whole album. He still got it, still firing at all cylinders, so much appreciated there. The riffing is pretty simple, nothing too flashing and everything, but solid and holding things down. Very experienced, of course. They've been doing this for so long, so they're just like in the zone when they play, which makes sense. The bass adding a lot of flavor and a lot of like oomphness to the songs and everything. So I think a lot of it, like they have the experience, they have the production, and they've got the time to craft some good songs and everything. Nothing super, super amazing, but they can make good songs still. But I will say some of the songs, they were a little bit simple, almost too forgettable, and maybe just more plain safe rock from what, you know, Green Day is known for. So like they're just older, there's less aggression, I feel like, here and there, which is fine and dandy. So you can feel like some of the songs might be just a little bit like whatever songs are just there to be there. But overall, it's still a fun song album to listen to because all the songs are really short. So it's 46 minutes, 15 tracks, but it goes by pretty quick. you can enjoy it for the most part, and not get sick of it within one run. Maybe a couple of you might think like, I want to switch things up. But overall, it's still a pretty good album for guys who've been doing this for 30, almost 40 years and whatnot. So kudos to them and everything. Yeah, so I would say this new album from Green Day, Saviors, is a good, solid 7.5 out of 10. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Green Day is like a big band for a lot of people. People love them. I get it. I grew up on them a bit and everything. So pretty happy that they put out new music, because who doesn't love their old band still working hard at what they do and supporting the music scene and everything. It's always great. So yeah, I'm Matt from Diazable. Thanks for coming on by. Like, subscribe. I'm going to put up my reaction video for their song, The American Dream Is Killing Me. Check it out. And until next time, guys, bye.